Hello everybody, Kemo Sabi here, coming at you with another video. So hopefully you're enjoying your springtime weather, as spring has now sprung out, and it's looking quite nice. Trying to get out there more into the lovely sun and all that, but of course it's easy just to sit in front of that computer. Anyway, coming at you with another video. So this one is off of Healthy Holistic Living webpage. I read it by Abbey Ryan, published on December 12th of 2018. A little bit of a later one, as of about 4 months, but still, figured it'd be worth a read out for you. Start with the topic of Canadian study gives more evidence cancer is a lifestyle disease, largely caused by food. Cancer is a terrible unwanted illness that affects far too many of the world's population today. One of the scariest things about this deadly foe, however, is that doctors today attest to having little idea about what causes cancer cases. We've assumed that sunlight is a culprit, but also medications and sunscreens. We've accused certain jobs, specific fumes, and lifestyle choices, but a recent Canadian study sheds more light on the subject, suggesting that cancer actually is a lifestyle disease that is hugely influenced by the foods we eat. Current cancer facts. However, shockingly, it's believed the worldwide cancer rate is only going to rise in future years. Some have predicted by 2020, 1 of every 2 women and 1 out of every 3 men will be diagnosed at some point in their lives with some form of cancer. Cancer is so incredibly common already, it's more likely for someone to contract cancer than to get married or have a baby. These types of statistics are insane, especially considering the millions of dollars worth of research being poured into science and study meant to help combat cancer and reduce the disease in the future. To make matters even worse, it appears that the cancer industrial complex is negligent at warning patients that chemotherapy, a treatment often used to fight and kill cancer, is currently understood to make some cancers spread and worsen, making certain tumors even more aggressive than they were before treatment. The government and other regulatory agencies have been working hard to access safe, natural, or otherwise alternative cancer treatments since chemotherapy has revealed itself to be such a deadly treatment. But all the while, doctors and mainstream media are giving off the impression that cancer's root cause is utter and total mystery. Even though many doctors strongly attest to the elusiveness of cancer, claiming not to understand it or its cause, the reality is that a person can significantly reduce their risk of getting cancer if they simply make a few lifestyle changes. According to a study that was published in Canada, the total proportion of cancer rates attributed directly to general lifestyle and environmental factors is exceptionally high. Per the study, 41% of cancer cases are due to lifestyle decisions or the environment, meaning that 41% of cancer cases could possibly be eliminated. The Canadian Cancer Study. Per the study details, we estimated summary population attributable risk estimates for 24 risk factors: smoking, both passive and active, overweight and obesity, inadequate physical activity, diet, inadequate fruit and vegetable consumption, inadequate fiber intake, excess red and processed meat consumption, salt consumption, inadequate calcium and vitamin D intake, alcohol, hormones, oral and contraceptives and hormone therapy, infections, Epstein-Barr virus, hepatitis B and C viruses, human papillomavirus, Helicobacter pylori, air pollution, natural and artificial ultraviolet radiation, radon, and water disinfection byproducts. By combining population attributable risk estimates for each of the 24 factors that had been previously estimated. This remarkably detailed list outlines many personal choices human beings knowingly make, understanding they can increase one's risk of cancer, as well as pointing out foods that directly increase one's risk of getting cancer. Add in exercise and environmental factors, and you learn that a great deal of cancer-causing things are entirely avoidable. The study goes on to say, overall, we estimated that 40.8% of incident cancer cases were attributable to exposure To the 24 factors included in the analysis, tobacco smoking was responsible for the greatest cancer burden, accounting for an estimated 15.7% of all incident cases, 2,485 cases, followed by physical inactivity and excess body weight, which were responsible for an estimated 7.2% and 4.3% of incident cancer cases, respectively. All other exposures of interest were estimated to be responsible for less than 4% of incident cancer cases each. The conclusion: we often hear that cancer is unpredictable and comes out of nowhere. Well, this is still sometimes the case. The fact of the matter remains that a lot of cancer can be prevented, but that's majorly up to an individual's lifestyle choices and environment. You have more control over your health than you might know. What can you do to protect you and your family from cancer from this point? And there's also a little bit of more information about the writer and the publisher, Abbey Ryan. And we'll just read that off to you. And that'd be great if you subscribed, and awesome if you leave me some comments. That's awesome. So Abigail is an avid writer, determined traveler, incessant artist, and curious adventurer. She'll try practically anything once, including eating shark, visiting foreign countries, jumping out of airplanes, hiking after midnight, and starting new businesses. Many of these she'll do more than once. Some she wouldn't recommend doing at all, but that's the fun of it, see? She completed her double major BA degree in 2 years with a focus in project management and human resource management with a psychology minor. She graduated with honors from Liberty University in 2017. Currently, she lives somewhere in America with her new husband and works as a professional copywriter and researcher. Hopefully you enjoyed it, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Bye.